Okay, the other deck that I wanted to try today was this. Blue-red Polymorph with Terastodon at the top end. So the idea is, the thing that got my brain thinking was the fact that hard evidence was legal in this format, right? Probably the best enabler for this kind of deck. And it's in the perfect colors for all the broken blue cards that are legal this season. Gitaxian Probe and Ponder. And these cards are also very good for combo decks. So we're playing Hard Evidence and also Memory Lapse. It's not as good as Remand, but it's like kind of similar. Let's see, we also have Satyr's Cunning. It's just another 1 mana token generator. And sorry, I forgot to explain the core part of this combo. So it's built around Polymorph, which says destroy target creature, can't be regenerated, and its controller reveals cards from the top until they reveal a creature and put it into play. So the idea is we play a creatureless deck except for 2 big boys. In this case, we're playing Terastodon. It's a 9/9, which can destroy permanents, non-creature permanents, to put 3/3s into play for whoever's permanent got destroyed. So the idea is you polymorph a token like Hard Evidence's Crab or the Satyr's Cunning Satyr creature token, and cascade, or sorry, and then polymorph that into a Terastodon to destroy your own lands and put 18 power into play. That's the idea. You can also do like an offensive Terastodon, like hit your opponent's like white source or something to keep them off of, I don't know, Wrath of God, or I guess it's Day of Judgment in this format. And then you play some burn spells as cheap removal in the early game, and also just to burn them out in 1 turn with Terastodon. That's the idea. You back it up with counter spells, the blue draw spells. Flip the Switch is a counter spell that makes a 2/2. I don't know how good it is, but Cascade Flashbacks. Yeah. The sideboard, I didn't really think about this too much. I kind of just copied the sideboard of this deck. This is a blue-red counter burn, basically. Just blue-red control with Sprite Dragon and Crackling Drake. This can turn the corner really quickly with the burn spells, and it uses Treasure Cruise to overwhelm your opponent in the late game. So you trade 1 for 1, draw 3, play a big boy, protect it with counter spells, and then win that way. And I basically just copied the sideboard for this deck and put it here. So yeah, sideboard should be pretty like straightforward. Jace is for control decks that play removal for our 1/1s and like have their own counter spells to fight back, or just like mono black, for example. They just have a lot of removal because you can target your token in response to this thing to fizzle it. So against those decks, you just want to bring in a threat that isn't a creature to get around their creature's removal. And that's what Jace is. He kind of doesn't do a lot though. So I'm not sure if this is like good enough. But we'll see. Entrancing Melody is for Phyrexian Dreadnought. Could a different polymorph target in the sideboard be worth it? Yeah, maybe. The thing is, your worst matchup is probably those decks that just have a lot of interaction. Like, your worst matchups are the decks that can keep you from polymorphing into your big thing. So in those matchups, it doesn't really matter what the big thing is because you're never gonna get it into play. I do have a different version of this deck, which is blue-red. It's the same shell, but it has Strike It Rich, so you can ramp into the payoff on turn 3. And it has Shape Anew instead of Polymorph. And Transmogrify is it just replaces Polymorph with Transmogrify. And the idea is you can use Strike It Rich as a ramp spell to power this out sooner if you find another thing that makes a creature, right? But you can also just create treasure tokens as a Shape Anew target. So it doubles as ramp in the case that if you draw a second one of these, or just an enabler for Shape Anew. But that would make your target Darksteel Colossus, which I think is the best one for this. And the only problem with that is it sucks against sacrifice effects and exile removal. And those are two things that Terastodon is really good against because he puts multiple creatures into play. So it gets around spot removal a lot better. Of course, if you're playing against like burn spells, this is obviously not going to be any different. Also, I should say Terastodon can kill your opponent in one turn. Is the other thing about Terastodon that I like. Yeah, Darksteel Colossus is pretty cheap online. Unfortunately, not in paper. But you know, if Blightsteel Colossus was legal in Penny Dreadful, I think I would play this version just because Blightsteel is good. And I did put Terastodons in this sideboard. I haven't like finished working on that. I also haven't like actually tried playing this deck before, so we'll have to see how this works out. This will be my first time playing this deck. All right, let's get it. Hopefully, it won't take like 10 minutes to queue into a match here. So this is a one-lander. I'm on the draw, and I have a ponder though. I think I'm inclined to keep this hand. I think we're pretty likely to find a second land, although we do need to find 4. Discards a card. Mono black, this probably isn't a good matchup for Chain Lightning. Okay, we found one part of our combo. We want to Git Probe first, I think, so that our ponder is informed. Okay, yeah, this is just Wrench Mind, Shrieking Affliction. Okay, this is just 8 rack. Well, I really want to leave up Spell Pierce this turn. But I need to find the second land here. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this is put this on top, and then draw this turn. Next turn we draw the mountain, and then we can play Temple of Epiphany and bottom the mountain with the bottom the Chain Lightning with the Scry. So Wrench Mind, we're discarding Chain Lightning, Satyr's Cunning. This has flashback. That's pretty cool. I like that. Or escape, sorry, not flashback. Escape is even better actually. Randomly irrelevant keywords. Let's go. So they played these 2 cards. They have 1 unknown. We're gonna play Temple and bottom the Chain Lightning because they don't have creatures besides this thing. And then we're gonna Spell Pierce anything they play here. Haha! Get got. Swamp, Shrieking Affliction. Here I think, well, we can ponder and leave up Lose Focus. Or we can Satyr's Cunning. I like pondering because it guarantees that we find the land. Okay, we definitely don't want to draw that. I will shuffle. And we found the hard evidence anyway. I'm just gonna pass here though. They could find like another discard spell. I definitely want to counter one of those. If they play this, I'm just gonna let it resolve because I don't care about it. Man, I really like this format. There are so many like old modern decks that don't see play anymore that can see the light of day in this form. That's not a good draw. I'm gonna play hard evidence. Now if we top deck a land, we can go off. Oh, another thing about hard evidence is it creates a clue token which you can sack to Terastodon. That's kind of sad. That's quite sad. I'm just gonna sack this clue end of turn. Let's just sack the clue now. See if we find something else we want to discard. Drawing Terastodon would be terrible. Okay, we don't do that. Ooh. Okay. Hard evidence is the perfect draw here. That lets us leave up Lose Focus with Replicate. I guess there's no point in spending mana on this. So I guess I should just discard the Lose Focus. We can sack the clue in response to another Raven's Crime Retrace. Oh, oh, come on. I don't know what they could have. Oh, okay. Well, let's sack the clue and see if we find Spell Pierce. Well, that's okay. So we can retrace this. It doesn't matter what we exile. Done. I wonder if I want to have Treasure Cruise in my deck. I don't know. Other versions of this deck I saw were playing... That's fine. Other versions of this deck I saw were playing the Prophetic Fire thing. The 2 mana, deal 3 damage to a creature, and then you can put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. I saw a few decks that were playing that. Watch this. They have Heartless Act in their deck. But yeah, I'm just gonna... Okay. Nice. They do have Heartless Act in their deck. So They could have like killed this Terastodon, but we got there. Oh, one more thing about Terastodon. It creates tokens, so you could maybe like polymorph off of a Terastodon token to get another Terastodon. Maybe. Against this deck, we just want. Uh, we definitely don't want Chain Lightning. So we'll cut that. Bring in these four, I guess. We might want Jace as well. He's not like amazing, but he does like his ultimate does win the game. So it might be worth bringing in just for that. We'll submit this. This is probably just fine. Best draw for me would be Spell Pierce. Okay, this has Spell Pierce, but not enough lands. But we're on the draw. I don't really want to mulligan anyway. Okay. So this does 5. Okay. This is what Spell Pierce is for. So we pierce that. And I think I'm going to be holding up Lose Focus Memory Lapse. The 3 mana counter spell would actually be pretty good here. I'm gonna discard Dispel. And I didn't counter that because it costs 1 mana and they can retrace it. And they also have 2 mana up. I would rather counter a 2 mana discard spell here. Okay, they retraced it. I might actually lose focus this card instead of memory lapsing it. No. Never mind. That would be bad, I think. So I'm gonna play Hard Evidence this turn and hold up lose focus / sack a clue. They drew a Raven's Crime. Gonna let the first one resolve. Discard Dispel. Think I want to discard that. Or sorry, counter that. Because they only have 1 card in hand, so they can't go land plus removal spell for the crab. Oh, and we drew the land. Let's go. Ah, it's working. Nice. GG. Good game. And I would have sacked this clue to the Terastodon. Okay, it's working. We do love to see that. This is the same person I just played against, so I can't join their PD league. We're playing against Full Punter. This is a pretty well-known PD grinder. I will play first and keep this hand. Start with the probe. Okay, it's another mono black deck. This time it has Animate Dead Smallpox. They can't play those next turn though. So against Smallpox, oh, I'll keep that. Yeah, I'll keep that on top. Against Smallpox, I'm not sure how I should play around it. I honestly might just let Smallpox resolve if they play it next turn, but I feel like they're gonna him to Torok me. In case they do that, I'm gonna play this, the Mountain. We're playing the Mountain, so if they play Smallpox, we can just let it resolve and sack the Mountain. And then if they play him to Torok, we're just gonna counter it. So that's Swamp Him to Torok. You have 2 unknown cards. Chain Lightning sucks, but Temple is a 4th land, so I'm gonna keep that on top. Gonna leave up Lose Focus. They can Smallpox this turn, but you know we would counter it, of course. Each player discards 2. Can I let that resolve? Because we have the combo in hand. We just need to play Satyr's Cunning next turn. I think I am going to let this resolve. Actually, no, never mind. That was just bad. Wait, no, it's okay. I think I should bottom the temple, or graveyard the Temple of Epiphany. I was thinking we could discard the Ponder, but we kind of need this Ponder. I guess I should lose focus that. I don't feel great about it. We have this Gitaxian Probe on top. I'm gonna cast the Ponder, shuffle away this Chain Lightning. No, they have a land in hand. Wait, they discarded the Stackmore Salvage and Smallpox. I didn't notice that. I'm gonna shuffle, try and find a land. Okay, now we're gonna Satyr's Cunning. Wait, let's look at what's in their hand first. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Satyr's Cunning them, and then we're gonna Polymorph next turn, hopefully. It's interesting that they discarded this Smallpox. I don't think I would have done that if I were playing against a blue-red deck, but that's scary. I don't know what they're Animate Dead-ing. I'm gonna get Probe, because we could draw the Crab, and that would make this better. They drew Stackmore Salvage, so I will play land, polymorph this. What does this say? If each player has no cards in hand. In that case, I'm just gonna sack 3 of my lands. Yes. So now we have 18 power. Let's go. That's good. Against black dot deck. We don't have any removal for Animate Dead, which is kind of awkward. We do want Negate. Chain Lightning is likely bad. We can bring in 2 Lantern of the Lost. Might bring in more. We could do something like this, maybe. Oh, I haven't been updating the match counter again. I think we're 1-0. This is a good hand. This can stop him the Torok on turn 2. Unless they have discard this turn. Fortunately, they don't. Yeah, we're just leaving up Spell Pierce. I'm gonna pierce that. Feels bad, but they can pay for him the Torok if I don't do this. I'm revealing the 2 similar copies. Sorry, the 2 copies of my payoff, and they did discard my land. Let's get probe now. Oh, what is happening? I'm gonna ponder, and we can use this Temple of Epiphany to put something on the bottom after we draw. Mind Rake. Well, we have the Memory Lapse to make them just stop any Animate Dead cards. So if I were to sequence this, they're drawing Mind Rake, or they're playing Mind Rake next turn. So I think I want to go draw Satyr's Cunning this turn and play it. Yeah, or sorry, and discard it. I'm thinking too hard. And we want to hard evidence. Yeah, I think I want all of those cards. So I'm not gonna shuffle. I'm gonna play this, put the land on top, and then if they Mind Rake, we can discard Satyr's Cunning, Ponder, and we're in this decent shape still. So discard Satyr's Cunning. I might not discard Ponder actually. Do we need 2 of these? Probably not. Yeah, we'll discard one of those. And this turn we can play Ponder Memory Lapse, or Ponder Leave Up Memory Lapse. They discarded these 2. Oh, it's Soul Flare. Maybe it might be Soul Flare. Okay. I think I just have to shuffle this. Yeah, they do have Soul Flare, which is great because if they cast it this turn, we can Memory Lapse it, and they've exiled their graveyard to it. So that's going to be really backbreaking if they go for Soul Flare this turn. Ugh. Almost feels bad doing that. Oh, oh no. Okay. Yeah, Blackmail is a great design. This card is sweet. So I've actually been working on this deck. It is jank at its finest. Kirin Combo and Penny Dreadful. It's been a while since Ugin's Conjurant was legal. For some reason, this card is sometimes not legal. I don't know why. I don't think the 2 or 3 people who play Kirin Combo online are gonna drive up the price of this card, but sometimes it is not legal. But yeah, I was working on this deck. It's Knight of the Reliquary, green white with the Kirin Combo at the top end. It's a lot worse than modern Kirin Combo, but I don't know. I kind of like it. Fauna Shaman is the best tutor that we have in this format, but it kind of sucks, unfortunately. So I've been thinking that I might just cut this and play like actual good cards. I don't know though. I played a few games of this, and Knight of the Reliquary for like instant speed searching Sedgery Step is pretty cool. That always gets people. No one plays around that. And then you have a couple of these legendary lands. Another card I was thinking of playing in this deck is God's Eye Gate to the Reikai. It's a colorless land that when it dies, it puts a 1/1 into play. So yeah, I was working on this deck. It's not great in Penny Dreadful because some decks play the indestructible lands plus the wildfire like ramp package. So land destruction doesn't really match up well against those decks. And sometimes people just play the bridge lands as just like dual lands because tap lands are kind of like okay in this format. But that's just how it goes sometimes. It's okay. It did work a few times, which I was proud of. This hand is fine. We can get probe on turn 1 and figure out what to do from there. This card is broken, as always. And again, I want to get probe before casting Ponder, because you'll know what cards are on top, but if you draw a random card with the Git Probe and then cast Ponder, you'll be better informed. Like, it's a very like niche topic. Oh, it's this. They don't have an untapped land on turn 1, so I don't feel the need to leave up Spell Pierce. And we can Memory Lapse their spells forever. I mean, I think I should probably keep these cards on top. Well, maybe not. This is my second land, but I'm not drawing lands after that. I actually think I'm gonna shuffle this. Found the land. They're gonna Temple. I think I'll cast this Hard Evidence. When I watched you play the Kirin 5 I was thinking about a janky Bant variant that would either play Slowgurk with neither the Reliquary or Tameshi Bloom to retrieve lands before you destroy them. Ah, janky Bant. We're definitely pondering for a land here. I also want to draw my combo though, so I might have to shuffle again. Okay, that's good. Attack with my crabs. Send a message. Yeah, that sounds fun. Slogurt Knight of Autumn. I mean, with Tameshi Bloom, I think might take up too many card slots for that combo. Give me a freaking land. Okay, yeah, this is good. They played these cards, so I'm gonna go Memory Lapse, Island, then Temple. No shuffle. Keep the island on top. Leave a Spell Pierce for their turn. Attack with my crabs again, of course. And then we're gonna hold up Spell Pierce for Frantic Search or Seething Song or whatever else. If they have the 2 mana Desperate Ritual, that would be bad. You now know what is in our hand. I think we need to find more lands if we're gonna do this, because we need to be able to polymorph with a counter spell up. So this nets them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. That could let them go off, so I'm gonna counter it. They're just taking the trade here. They might have a second one in hand. So what I'm gonna do is polymorph my crab, target their Boilerworks, and their Temple, as well as my Clue token. This will keep them off of mana, and I still have like a big board. See, Terastodon so good. He's so good. My opponent says nice attack. I think that was for the crabs. But yeah, this is really good against the storm deck, of course. Yeah, see? I told you. The elephants are just too strong. Oh, we can even bolt an elephant token? I think I'm better off leaving up Lose Focus Memory Lapse though. They do trade. They don't trade. They do trade. And then the Chain Lightning leaves them dead next turn. Because we can bolt the elephants. Counter whatever they play here. Of course, I'm countering anything. Yeah. Nice. Tallow-Wisp. The last time I brewed Tallow-Wisp was... Man, that was like when I first started playing. We can try that. Let me check if it's legal. I remember building a deck with that and Ascetic Troll. It is legal. I'm pretty... I think Eldrazi Conscription is legal in this format. It is... So, I saw... what's the 3 mana thing that reanimates an aura? I forget what it's called. This is legal. So we could go Tallow-Wisp plus Eldrazi Conscription and Arcanum Wings. What's it called? Wait, let me let me do this first. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. Just bring this stuff in and take out Chain Lightning. Lantern is good against Treasure Cruise. They do play some Treasure Cruise. We can go like this. No, I think we want flip the switch. Let's just do this. Arcanum Wings is legal. Let's go. I'll start a... Oh my god, I searched text file on my file opener thing, and it opened Bing. Yeah, I usually write stuff in Notepad, because I can usually remember names I don't need the arts. So for Tallow Wisp, I bet Slip. I mean Bogle might be legal. It's not. How about the other one? What's the hexproof elf? Glade Cover Scout. Glade Cover Scout is legal. Oh, I'm about to time out. Hold on. This seems good. This has literally everything we want. Flip the switch to counter something and make a token at instant speed. Oh, okay. We don't want Terastodon. Am I gonna ponder next turn? I don't think I'm gonna ponder next turn, so I'm gonna shuffle. Hard evidence is not totally necessary, but I will not complain to have more crabs. Oh, are they going off? Oh my god. Okay. Turn 3, by the way. Actually, turn 2. Turn 2, by the way. Turn 2. Ugin's Conjurant being 0.03 ticks might be because I made that video. Honestly. So it might not be legal next season. But for this season, it is legal. But while we're thinking about this, we can play Glade Cover Scout. We can play Charging Badger. Just cause. We're definitely playing Arcanum Wings. Turn 2, by the way. Turn 2, by the way. Oh my god. So yeah, this deck uses Invoke Calamity to cast spells. This lets you cast spells from your graveyard or hand without paying their mana costs. They have Tendrils of Agony, Mind's Desire. They also play Gaia's Will, which is the green suspend, what's it called? Yawgmoth's Will. So they can invoke Calamity, play Mind's Desire, and Yawgmoth's Will at the same time, and win on turn 2 like this, which is very good. So yeah, this is why I really like having a Spell Pierce in this deck. The Spell Pierce is also good against Hymn to Torok. I was actually thinking of playing 3 Spell Pierce, 3 Dispel instead of these 2 Negates, but yeah. Negate is pretty good too. And we're on the play this time. Anyway, Eldrazi Conscription. This is a 3-color deck right now. This is Bant. Bant Talowis. We could also play the 3-mana dude that reanimates a thing. There's also Gigantism. I don't remember what it's called. It's something like this. Enchantment. So we're going first. Colossification. We'll keep this. So we could theoretically just curve out. I need to try and hit my land drop though. They mold a 4. That's a yikes. So we're gonna go Temple of Epiphany turn 1. Hopefully scry a land to the top. Let's go. And then the goal is to curve out. Turn 2, land, Memory Lapse. Turn 3, flip the switch. Turn 4, Polymorph. Okay, they didn't Thought Scour end of turn. Oh, Boilerworks. Oh, I wonder if there's a creature that could punish them for playing this. Git Probe first in case I draw a tap land. Okay, let me Git Probe again. Okay, we do want to draw a land. I don't think they're going to combo off this turn, or even cast anything this turn, so let's just play Ponder. There's a land. We have 3 counter spells, and flip the switch. So they played Mountain. The unfortunate thing is that I can't force them to play any spells, but we do have 2 counter spells up, so I don't know if they can beat this hand, but it's gonna take me a while to win if they don't do anything. And they could potentially just start overloading my my counter spells if they find a good enough density of stuff. And just play something, please. Please. I think this is good. Actually, we probably don't even need this, right? We're playing Tallowisp. Pyretic. Oh, they have this repeal as well. That can get my token. So I probably don't want to use this Dispel this turn, if I can help it. Let's just counter this with Negate. Aw, I flipped the switch. It's so useless. I have 2 Dispels now, though. I'm just gonna force this. They can pay 4, and I'm okay with it. Like, I literally don't care. Because I'm winning next turn. Well, maybe I'm not winning next turn, but... Yeah, Kieran's only 0.01. I mean, who's playing Kieran? You know? So they're gonna try and kill my thing in response to this Polymorph. I do think they could possibly win next turn if I if I go for Polymorph. Like I could resolve it, but I would have to get this land and they would still have 5 mana. I think I do need to pass. And I have to dispel this. Well, I mean, of course I'm playing it, but like just one it's not like I'm buying out all the copies of Kieran expecting like a market crash or something. I mean I could do that, but I don't think anyone's gonna start buying into buying into my combo. Unfortunately for them, I have infinity counter spells. We just counter this one too. And I will just well let's probe again, just to make sure. They have Invoke Calamity Mind's Desire in their hand. I better build a Penny Kieran combo with Talowis. Oh my god. Oh well now I'm thinking about that. Wait, did I use my dispel? No, I didn't. Okay. I had panic for a second. Maybe maybe Tallowisp is just good. This is an instant, right? Yeah, it's an instant. So I can just counter the Invoke Calamity since they tapped 2 blue mana instead of what they should have tapped. Sick! Nice. That is one of the Boogeyman matchups in Penny Dreadful. Now we're 3-0. Let's keep going. Honestly, I kind of like having that, the 3 mana counter spell. Kind of seems good, like actually. But I don't know if I would cut anything else for more copies of this, because we want these 2 mana counter spells. I think Chain Lightning is like reasonably important. You came up with Talowis when you were trying to integrate Celestial Kieran and Ugin's Conjurant into Blue-White Spirits to make Conjurant trigger more things. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this is a cool deck. I mean, I looked up a few different lists before I came up with this one. They were playing there's a 2 mana spell that makes a Decayed zombie token and gives something -2/-0. It gives a creature -2/-0 and draws a card. And I cut that in favor of Satyr's Cunning, because Satyr's Cunning has Escape and is 1 mana. This has almost everything we want. Let's see what they're doing first. Oh, it's Storm again. Okay. Wait, let me check and see if this is the same person we played. Sometimes that happens. I can't remember. No, we played against Arrow. So, these Chain Lightnings are not that useful. They're saving their Git probes for a different turn, I suppose. Or for Storm count. I would use at least 1 Git probe here. Oh, I guess they have Ponder. Yeah, Talowis. I think I've seen people suggest Talowis before. In Modern, of course, it's generally not good enough. But I don't know. We could just stick the Kieran combo in here. The bad thing about this, like the most awkward thing about Talowis and this combo is that you're destroying your own lands. So like you can play this and get two enchantments, but like, are you gonna be able to cast them? Okay, they played Island Ponder, and they drew the Ponder for turn, so they have 1 unknown. Cast Ponder. Memory Lapse is useful. Land is also useful. I'll just top all of those. I know what I'm drawing next turn. Do want to draw it. Actually, I think I'm gonna draw the Memory Lapse now, and then bottom this land, because I do want to find a token maker. Although they're kind of close to just winning the game. Weight of Conscience. Yeah, Weight of Conscience. You could also play Deadweight. That would add a 4th color though. I mean, you could play 5 color. I mean, might as well. There's a useful feature on the website that lets you search up cards and then see what decks have played this card. Storm Herald is the thing I was thinking about earlier. It's like Reanimator for auras, and it's significantly better than Talowis. But you could play it. Oh, here's a Talowis deck. Just playing a bunch of like actual spirits with Talowis. And Reach Through Mist. That's an arcane spell. Only 2 Arcanum Wings. And see, they're playing Weight of Conscience too. Crab Umbra. Oh, Tutor for auras to pitch to Solitude. Yeah. I guess that's like Squad Hog vibes. They use both their ponder or probes. They're trying to go off last turn, but they didn't find the 3rd land. So I am 100% just pondering this turn. I'm gonna shuffle this. I'm trying to find a token maker. They have Git Probe. They found the third land. They can't really do anything though. They're already at 14, so I don't see a need to cast this Chain Lightning. I'm just gonna discard it and give myself the extra third mana. One cool thing about Lose Focus is that it can counter Storm copies, which is something not a lot of decks can do. They're milling themselves. If they have Treasure Cruise, we can just Memory Lapse it, and then the Cruise exiles their own graveyard, and then they're drawing an 8 mana spell. So we definitely Memory Lapse this. Still looking for a fourth land and a token. Oh, wow. We are hanging on by a thread. That's pretty scary. Bottom that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I bumped the mic. Did we win game 1 or is this game 1? I think this might be game 1. They did draw the Treasure Cruise. So if we let this resolve, it would fill up their graveyard with 3 cards. I think I'm gonna let it resolve. I really want to have these two. I want to hold on to these 2 counter spells as long as I can. They discard Treasure Cruise. Okay. I'm sure they're looking for another land. Do I counter this one too? Or do I let this one resolve too? It seems kind of scary. I'm gonna pierce this one. Because the odds are reasonably high that they draw into another Treasure Cruise. Of course, I'm not drawing much either. Did I shuffle away a token card with this Ponder with one of these? I feel like I did. Gotta let that resolve with just 1 counter spell in hand. Discard 1 Ritual and 1 Calamity. I wonder if they're gonna go for it this turn. I think I would be okay with it if they did. We can replicate this 3 times, so we can counter 4 copies total of Mind's Desire. So if they Ritual, Invoke Calamity, Mind's Desire, I can counter the entire thing, but they don't do that. Okay. More counter spells isn't bad, but they're drawing mana. They're drawing lands, which isn't good for us. I think they're going for it. That's a Desperate Ritual gone. If they do Invoke Calamity, so we get punished. Actually, no. They've only casted Desperate Ritual this turn. Yeah, this should be okay. Because even if they have Gaia's Will, Mind's Desire, we can counter all of them, I think. Unless it goes Mind's Desire on the bottom, Gaia's Will on top. they just invoke Calamity to play Invoke Calamity from their graveyard. So maybe this one's different. Maybe this one will be like more powerful. Seething Song, Desperate Ritual. Okay, so this makes 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 8, 9. They don't have a second blue. And Storm count is 5. So we can only counter 4 copies of Mind's Desire. So it's very sketchy to let this resolve. We can Memory Lapse the Seething Song and then try to keep them from playing Mind's Desire. I mean, I think Memory Lapsing the Seething Song would keep them from going off this turn, right? Have they played a land? Yeah, they played a land. So they don't have any more mana after this. Of course, the Seething Song is on top. They can't cast any other spells this turn. And if they do have another like ritual, I mean, I could just lose focus it. But I'm pretty sure one of the cards in their hand is Mind's Desire. So I don't think they have any spell that can let them cast this. Aha! Got him. Okay, come on, give me a card evidence. Okay. Well, more mana doesn't hurt. But we do need to draw something, please. I bet they're just gonna go for it again. That's okay. We can counter all of your Mind's Desires. Oh. Now this might be a problem. So if we let this resolve, they can cast Desperate Ritual, Frantic Search, or Seething Song. I think Frantic Search would be a bigger problem. Oh, also, they need 7 Storm to kill me with Tendrils. I'm gonna let this resolve, and then hope they go for Mind's Desire, so I can lose focus it. Okay, they are going for Mind's Desire. A lot of mana, so they're casting this. We can lose focus most of these. Oh, I guess we can only lose focus a few of these. Replicate 4 times. So they do have 4 mana in the pool. This one's targeting this one. Target this one. So 1 each. They can pay for 2 of them. So sleight of hand, island. Let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder for them to win the game from this position. They could draw a treasure cruise, I guess. If they found treasure cruise off of this, they could draw 3. Come on. Oh, we have to draw some draws, or we have to dodge some draw spells for a few turns. Bruh. Did they just top deck it? Bruh. I did all that thinking for nothing. Oh no. They could fizzle. Frogify. So this Storm Herald deck actually did pretty well. It went 4-1, only losing to the Stifle Knot deck. Just a lot of looting effects and a lot of big auras. And this has haste on its own, so all it needs is a lot of big enchantments and trample. Vexing Shusher is legal to prevent counterspells. They're going for Brain Freeze. I'm gonna concede then. So they don't see more of my deck. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, Penny's a lot of fun, I think. Sometimes the only problem with it, I think, is that it's supposedly a self-regulating format, but if there is like a super broken deck legal for 1 season, you have to deal with it for the entire like 15-week season, which is kind of, so sometimes it can get to be a bit much. But also there's like not really any incentive to play the best deck because it's all free anyway. Yeah, it's quite a bit more affordable than Modern too. That's a huge upside. And honestly, there are a lot of like old Modern decks that kind of have a second life. Yeah, season's like 3 months. I think this season's a little longer, like 14, 15-ish weeks. Yeah, but each season is around 3 months. And at the end of that month, there's a new rotation. Going first. Okay, this has what we want. This is good. And I know 100% what I want. So I'm gonna Temple first. Because this is the turn 1 is when they can't combo. Or is the only turn they can't combo on. So we want to get the tap land in play on that turn. Ooh, we're doing it. I'm gonna save these Git probes because not really any reason to play them on turn 1. I'm not gonna do anything else with my turn. So they have Boilerworks, Empty, Mind's Desire, Tendrils, and 2 probes. We'll see if we draw a counter spell this turn. We don't, but I'm gonna pretend I have one. But yeah, they're one of my favorite decks in Penny Dreadful that is basically always legal is Blue Steel. This deck is like actually legal. This is what I was playing earlier. And sometimes Smuggler's Copter is legal, and you don't have to play this crap. And this deck just becomes like insane. It doesn't have it doesn't have Mausoleum Wanderer, but it does have Curse Catcher, Judge's Familiar, and it's really good when the combo decks are good. Also good against like Hymn to Torok. One of the few decks that can just like beat a Hymn to Torok clean, or well, I guess not clean, but at least can consistently deal with Hymn to Torok like on the draw. Yeah, Blue Steel is like my favorite artifact deck ever. That's a great draw. Okay, we're just gonna win on turn 4, I think, because they drew a Boilerworks hand. They don't have really much going on, and I have 2 counter spells. Yeah, and there are a lot of decks like that. You know, there was sometimes when Affinity is really good, Cats is actually playable. Like Green White Cats is actually a good deck. Because they have that deck has Feline Sovereign and a ton of other like artifact hate spells. This list is from when both Delver and Affinity were good in the format. So I was playing Feline Sovereign for the artifact decks, Reckon those, and Kosali Ambusher for the Delver decks. And for some reason, Cats is just like a Meadow Slayer. They discarded Tendrils to hand size. I guess it doesn't matter if they're playing what's it called? They could have Repeal, but I have 2 Polymorphs. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, they were F6'd. Sick. And we can Polymorph next turn for another Terastodon. They could actually go off this turn. if they cast these and find the stuff they need. But you know, whatever. That's fine. I have my elephant friend in play. All is good. He's got like green stuff coming out of his eyes. Holy. It's an angry elephant. Man, that looks sick. How big is this dude? He can literally reach the floating islands on Zendikar. How big would a person be? You could probably live in his tooth, like one of those birds that sit on the alligators, and like eat from their teeth. You could like live in this guy's tooth and like scrub it clean every once in a while. But yeah, cats is cool. A while back, it's been a while since Neoform was legal, but I was playing this deck. It's a Neoform Evolved Stompy deck with these the Undying creatures, Young Wolf, Stranglegeist, and Neoform with these cards that destroy a creature and put another creature in play, in place of that creature. So you would target your own creature with Pongify or Rapid Hybridization, and you would get, if you play a Young Wolf on turn 1, you would get a 2/2 and a 3/3 in play on turn 2. Yeah, that was a modern deck as well. A deck, yeah. A deck. I mean, it was kind of playable for a little bit. Oh, I could transmogrify their creature. Transmogrify their creature because they don't play any. But I think I'm going to polymorph my own token. This is super greedy, by the way, but we don't care. We don't care about that here. Haha. The elephants have taken over. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Ketchel. It's nice to talk to someone finally. GG, GG. Now we're 4-0. Playing for 5-0. Oh, wait. Oh, no. My bad. That was game 2. Sorry. Run it back. Hopefully we can find a Spell Pierce. Oh, if we don't draw something, this hand is so bad. I'm gonna mow. I feel like a 6 is probably better. Okay, we have a Terastodon on the bottom. So I'm thinking we're gonna go Temple on turn 1. Okay, it would be good to know what's in their hand. And that's a pretty free keep anyway since it cantrips. They Thought Scour right away. And they milled over one of their sideboard cards. That's good. They have a third land. Okay, this hand can win on turn 3. But we found the Spell Pierce. So I'm gonna ponder. Find lands. We did find lands. Step 1 accomplished. Will not shuffle. Play island. Frantic search. I don't want them to draw a lot of cards. Because I know what's in their hand and I know that I can beat it. So I'm gonna Spell Pierce this and try and negate their next play. Play Hard Evidence. And I think I should negate their first play here. Should I... what do I do? So I can counter this Treasure Cruise. The lines are counter it or don't counter it, right? The benefit of countering it is that they don't draw cards, so they can't find like more lands. The benefit of not countering it is that we get to hold up negates the turn after Polymorph. But then they would have a turn where they could cast some spells. I think if I polymorphed, I would hit this temple to try and cut them off a red mana, which I think makes it less likely for them to go off. But if they resolve this Treasure Cruise, then they could find the red mana they need, right, off of the Treasure Cruise. I might actually not sack the Clue token this turn. I could have also gotten a second land, but it looks like that worked out. Hard Evidence. Let's attack. I'm going to cast Hard Evidence because I want to crack the Clue next turn and hold up a counter spell. 9, 6, 15. So this is lethal next turn. Yes! Let's go. Okay, so now we're 4-0. Yeah, that was a good game. Good game. Sweet. Okay. Sorry, I bumped the mic again. Ooh. Let's go. Handedon. Another great name in a very nice series of good names. So this hand, I mean, it has Hard Evidence plus my combo. So if we're playing against a deck that the combo is good against, then this hand might just be really good. This is sketchy, of course. Just having one Terastodon. Am I on the play or draw? I'm on the draw. I think I'll mulligan. Oh, of course. Well, I guess I should have kept the first hand. Rib. Can I take that back? I don't know what I'm playing against, so I'm unsure which of these I should put back. Man, let's do this. It's a green deck. They don't have a turn 1. Might as well keep that. They found a Mystic. Let's probe first, see what we're playing against. Figure out whether we need to bolt this. Huh. They kept a 2-lander and drew this last turn. Let's ponder this turn. Okay, all of these cards are good. We'll go like this. No shuffle. And I think I will Chain Lightning the Mystic. Hopefully they don't find... Okay, they did find something. And we pretty much know what's in their hand. So let's play Hard Evidence. And then sack the token end of turn. If they don't find the land, that would be great. Okay, so let's sack this token. And we found the Polymorph. Or we found the 4th land. So this is a Genesis Wave Primal Command deck. Yeah, I'm just gonna Polymorph then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 mana next turn. So I think I'm just gonna get all my lands. And beat them down as fast as I can. Primal Command can gain them 7 and put this on top. They go for Genesis Wave. They find Fertile Ground, Forest, Llanowar Tribe. That's not too good, fortunately. Although it does let them Timeless Witness command next turn. Let's attack. They take 18. Well, I think everything will be settled this turn, so I'm just gonna play Satyr's Cunning and hold up Spell Pierce and hope I get them. Looks like we're getting them. Let's go. Nice. For this deck, Genesis Wave, we want Negate. Dispel probably doesn't do anything. I think just Negate. Flip the switch isn't amazing, but maybe I still just want it. I want to keep Chain Lightning because it can kill a Mana Dork on turn 1. I could take out 2 Git Probe, but that makes my combo slightly less consistent. On the draw, I probably want Negate, but on the play, I could maybe just take out Negate and keep in the 3-mana counter spell. Seems good. We don't have removal on turn 1, but we could maybe probe into a Chain Lightning here. Okay, let's see what they have first. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna Chain Lightning this. Ugh, yuck. Do I care about the Obstinate Baloth? I kinda do. Yeah, I think I do. They can play it this turn, of course. So let's just counter that. Elder Scale Worm is a 7/7. Second Lose Focus is quite good. We can crack a clue end of turn. Boop. I maybe should have just let that resolve, because it's just one... Yeah, I should have just let that resolve. Well, that's fine. Oh no. Okay, let's attack. Wait, what is this? Green mana symbols in the... That's pretty big. I'm just gonna counter whatever this is. Genesis Wave. Goodbye. Crack this clue. Didn't find it. Uh-oh. Let's keep attacking. It'll bring us luck. Oh no. Oh, Harmonize. Okay. That's not terrible. It's not good, but okay. I'm gonna escape this. Doesn't matter what we exile. Swing out. Please play not this Elder Scale Worm. Don't play it. Okay. I'm okay with them playing that. Oof. I can't attack with my crab anymore. That's unfortunate. They're playing around a 2-damage burn spell. Good on them. I just needed a Polymorph. I should have kept the first hand. That's not good. That sure is bad. Oh, but we can try Transmogrify this, potentially. Okay, we have some ways to get out of this. We can find one of these. Damage that would reduce your life total to less than 7 reduces it to 7 instead. So this just keeps him at 7 forever, right? I think I have to take all of my lands here. And then I should have done this after attacking, of course, but this is whatever. I have to negate the Genesis Wave if he plays it. Probably gonna play around Spell Pierce. Does play around Spell Pierce. Fortunately for us, we have Negate. No! They go to 7. I will make 2 Cunning Satyrs. Smart boys. Or I guess just one Cunning Satyr. Garrick resolves. He can overrun next turn. That's a 16/16. Okay, this can find something. I have to shuffle that. Oh, can I still win this? No, he's gonna trample everything up next turn. Okay, we're dead. Next game, bringing this in. think we'll go down to Git probes here. I want to try and control the game a little more. The problem in that game, of course, was finding the combo, but I also mulliganed the hand that had the combo. I think I was just unlucky that game. This is also kind of unlucky. Oh man, if I keep this, this is basically a Moldo 6, right? Is this a good Moldo 6? It's pretty good, yeah. I mean, it has... No, never mind. Oh, I'm gonna keep it though. I'm keeping it though. Okay, we're scrying for a land. I'll take it. We can get probe next turn. Oh, I kind of want to leave up a counter spell this turn. I would like to counter that. Now if we draw a Chain Lightning, we're in really good shape. Land is also great. So now we can crack a clue end of turn. Unfortunately, I'm not countering that, but tap land. I'm gonna bottom this one. Play a second Hard Evidence. And I might not crack the clue. Just to leave more things in play. Oh, I should have left the thing on top actually. Forgot they had that in hand. I was not looking at it. Okay. Okay, we had the land. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they have a Death Touch creature now. Oh my god. Missing that land drop was kind of huge. I mean, this is the best thing I can do, right? 7 lets them cast this guy, but they can cast that anyway. Yeah, I guess I have to just go in on my board. Oh man, maybe just a turn too slow. Genesis Wave finds a bunch of lands, but they can keep going. They can cast. Okay, just fertile ground, and I can't keep track. They have these two at least in their hand. This is still 9 damage. They're blocking. We have a Memory Lapse and a Spell Pierce. If they go for a big Genesis Wave and don't play around Spell Pierce, well, we can Spell Pierce it. I think I have to Memory Lapse this. Well, I think I should. Because they can't cast Genesis Wave for X equals 6. Wait, what does it say? Yeah, mana value X or less. So they can't Genesis Wave and then get the Primal Crux. I'm actually that probably can't counter a Genesis Wave, but oh well. It is chump. We're just passing. Can't counter it. That is bigger than my Terastodon. Oh man. A turn too slow. Just one turn too slow. Another one. And I still can't counter it. Oh my. And they're not even attacking, even though it's free. Okay, this is useful at least. Well, it's not that useful. A Bailoff. Alright. Don't they have a Genesis Wave in hand? This is 16 damage, or 32 damage, and I think I am dead. Good games. GG's. Man, we lost playing for 5-0. 2 leagues in a row. Oh man, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a pretty good showing. Both of these decks were first drafts that I hadn't tested at all before playing them. So this was overall pretty like fantastic, I think. Yeah, I don't know. We could play some like better removal spells in the sideboard. We could play some Flame Slash. Flame Slash being preferable because it can hit Demigod of Revenge, Tempest Djinn, Tectonic Giant, I guess. More removal would have helped versus that last deck for sure. But yeah, that was a fun stream. I think that was like the first stream that people actually were in the chat. So thank you. Yeah, and I'll see you later. Bye.